What's up, guys? Welcome to this edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Cesar Scorpio, alongside the Invincible Vincent.
Hello!
Impact Wrestling's 300th episode! Way to go, TNA! Way to go! Alright, first things first. First thing happened here in this edition of Impact Wrestling, Immortal comes out to the ring and calls out Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson comes out. What you gonna do, Anderson? You with us or against us?
Or Nexus!
Exactly. So, after that said, here comes Sting in the Raptors, and the lights go out. Who's in the ring? Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle doesn't make it easy. He says, better not make the wrong decision.
Don't make the wrong decision, make the right decision.
Yeah, which was until you came in, so now it's difficult again. So, whatever. Next, we went to the BFG scoreboard. See who's leading, who's not, who's even in the mix. First things first, we have Crimson leading with 24 points. What a surprise. Gunner, 21 points. Matt Morgan, 14 points. AJ Styles, 14 points. James Storm, 14 points. Rob Van Dam, 14 points. And Bully Ray, 14 points, along with Devon. Scott Steiner with the 7. Yeah.
Everybody
Guys that don't have any points, Pope, Samoa Joe, and Robert Roode. Yeah, they're not in it.
bring it up the end.
Moving on here, Crimson has a match against Robert Roode. Crimson, who is undefeated. Doesn't change.
Versus Robert Roode, who has the busted wing still. Gee, I wonder who's going to win.
Yeah. Bad. Robert Roode, again, has 0 points. The other guy has 24. Whatever. Crimson now has 31 points after winning this match. Getting ugly quick. Hopefully this changes up. I mean, it's getting old.
Yeah.
RKO.
Somebody.
Yeah, whatever.
Put a chair. Come on.
Something happened. All right. Next, we had Brian Kendrick dropping some rhymes at Abyss.
He's got lyrics. I was impressed.
Yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, Buddha says and Christians say.
And philosophers and all this.
Yeah,
Nietzsche and all that.
Trying to give some speech, but Abyss don't want none of it.
And he gave him back his mask and got stepped on.
Gets the mask, then gets his ass handed to him. Is this gonna be what's gonna happen here at Destination X? See that predictions later in the show. Next, we had the much anticipated contract qualifier match between. Oh, gets me goosebumps just talking about this here. Jesse Sorensen, thank you. Sorry about that, Sorensen. Sorry about that. Anthony Nese and the marvelous Jack Evans. Needless to say, this was sick.
Jack Evans. I told you. Did I not tell you?
Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Check it out.
Man, this guy does it every week.
Yep.
More to come if he wins this competition. More to come. I'm just saying, it keeps getting better.
Honestly. Awesome.
Next, after he qualifies for Destination X, next we have Joker Sting. Seems official. This guy's getting worse and worse.
You're singing Eye of the Tiger sitting on top of Kurt Angle.
I expected Conan to come out. Eye of the Tiger, he's singing, and I'm like, what?
What's going on here?
Hogan's all, whatever. Yeah. It got ugly with these guys a little later on the show as well. Next, knockout match. Not really. One knockout. The rest were kind of homely, but whatever. Velvet Sky versus ODB and Jackie. If Velvet Sky wins this handicap match, ODB and Jackie gone. Well,
I'm still recovering from the fact that ODB let the pigeons loose.
Oh. Terrible. Yeah, the vultures. That didn't know pigeons. The bats. Oh. All right. Anyway, he ends up hitting Jackie with the sick DDT. Match over, right? Yeah. They're supposed to be gone? No. ODB says, I'm not going anywhere. Kicking and screaming. And, I mean, from the looks of previous weeks, security guards have trouble getting out of the ring anyway, right?
Yeah. I threw a couple of them into hospital.
Yeah. We'll see what happens Destination X, if she's even part of it, or next week on Impact, see if that plays a part here. Next, 4-way match. Good match. But Robert Roode ends up winning this supposedly Division X match after he hits the 5-star splash on Christopher Daniels. Isn't he a little too big to be in Division X?
Yeah, Rob Van Dam is like,
got moves, but he's huge.
He's a little bulky. He was like running into the ring, the bands and.
Besides Samoa Joe, who claims he was in Division X before. Alright, he's got to be the slowest guy ever be in Division X.
He's not that, he's not.
And he's not slow!
He's not that fast.
But he's not Division X fast.
Yeah. There was a time.
One day, yeah. Oh well, we move on here to the next match, which was very interesting. Normally we wouldn't touch base on this, but we need to because of this. Devon and the Pope against the Blueprint and Beer Money's James Storm. James Storm and Mr. Matt Morgan. I want a pin. No, I want a pin. Again, both guys want a pin. Yeah. No one gets the pin.
Yeah. This is what happens with the VFG tag matches. You know, it all comes down to who gets the pin.
So Devon ends up knocking them both out, but tags here the Pope. Here's where it gets interesting. The Pope takes the belt.
Bob's James Storm.
Storm is in the head, and then says, "Hey, buddy, get the pin, get the points. This is one of the series matches."
Now, bear in mind, the Pope still has 0. So.
He has 0, and not only that, the ref was turned away, and Devon, for that matter, was turned away as well. He gets the cover, gets the points. Devon now has a whopping 21 points, who puts him tied with Gunner, second to only Crimson, 31 points.
Yeah. Politics.
Whatever.
Watch for the hook. Pope has got something up his sleeve.
We shall see. It's getting interesting very much in that little angle that they have with that. Next, we had Jeff Jarrett remotely announcing that next week he will be on Impact, and he has a special gift for Eric Bischoff and Hogan, along with everybody else in Mortal, but a special gift for Bischoff and Hogan. I'll touch base on what I think that gift is later in the show. Next, we had Angle, because Hulk Hogan went ape on Sting, Hollywood style. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, sound effects and everything. Yeah, it was pretty Hollywood. So anyway.
Yeah, it was like Batman beating up on the Joker.
Yeah, it was like a B movie. So that happened, and then Angle's on his own with Immortal, which was Hogan's whole idea, but whatever. He's there alone, representing himself, getting beat down by Immortal until Mr. Anderson comes out and seems to be on the side of Angle.
Seems to.
Tag me, buddy. I'll take care of this. He starts leveling the guys from Immortal, clears the ring, then turns his head back over to Mr. Angle and goes along and gives a mic check on Angle.
Terrible.
Bully Ray gets the pin, and it's official. Mr. Anderson is an Immortal. Now, like he was saying before, only when it's convenient for him, right?
Yeah. Mr. Anderson is going to stay affiliated with Immortal for exactly as long as Mr. Anderson wants to.
Yeah, I don't see that guy yet. When it's convenient for him, it could be a pay-per-view, could be just a key match.
Could be.
When the time is right, he'll turn coat, because that's what Mr. Anderson does. Anyway,
Anderson's on Mr. Anderson team.
That's how that show ended up. But let's go over our Destination X picks. Now, it's a great card. If you don't get this pay-per-view, you just don't like wrestling. Period.
Something's wrong with you.
Here we go. Let's get started. I want your picks on these matches. Samoa Joe versus Kazarian.
Samoa Joe.
All right.
All right. Lunch afterwards.
All right. He's going for that. All right. Next is Ultimate X, #1 contenders match. Alex Shelley, Shannon Moore, Robbie E, Amazing Red. Who you got?
I'm calling Shannon Moore. Amazing Red would be a close second, but I'm calling Shannon Moore.
All right. Good pick. Dilly Gap doesn't lie. Next is Contract Match. Giddy. I am very giddy saying this right now. I got goosebumps as I'm saying this right now. Zema Ion, Jack Evans, Low Key, and Austin Aries. One man gets the contract. Who you got?
And there's like 3 cats on that list that would be very, very good pick for this. Just because
get them all. Get them all, TNA. Get them all.
Exactly. Why would you leave this kind of cash on the table?
Who you got?
But just because I've been pumping them up all this time, I'm going to go ahead and go with Jack Evans. Although,
can I go wrong with that?
If Loki won, I would be more than happy. But
can I be wrong with
that? Just
to
be consistent, I'm going with Jack Evans.
Good pick. All right. Next is Jerry Lynn versus RVD. Who you got?
I'm calling RVD.
Obvious reasons. All right. Next is Division X Championship. Brian Crazy Kendrick against Crazier Abyss. Who you got this time?
I'm calling Abyss.
Ooh, decided to drink the Scorpio Kool-Aid now, huh?
Not so much the Scorpio Kool-Aid as the fact that he's bigger than everybody and he keeps winning.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to pick against him. Stay tuned for my picks. Next, we had Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, in just a sick main event. Who you got?
I'm calling Christopher Daniels.
They need to put this in a cage. It would be totally appropriate to put this in a cage.
With tigers.
Yeah, I love when he says that. Now let's go with the right choices. We got Samoa Joe Kazarian. Samoa Joe, he ain't gonna win jack. Yeah. Ultimate X, #1 contenders match. Shannon Moore, Dilly Gaff. This is Dilly Gaff. Next contract match, I'm going with low key. Let me tell you why. That president that Jeff Jarrett was talking about, I think it might be Jack Evans. Do you feel me? Can you see that?
So,
I can see that.
So low-key gets the win, and then Jack Evans comes along for the ride?
Yeah, why not?
I can only dream.
Why not?
That would actually be awesome.
That would be sick. All right. Next, Jerry Lynn, RVD, no question. And Division X Championship, Kendrick Abyss. I'm going Brian Kendrick. Because only a crazy man that has nothing to lose would stand in the face, would actually steal Abyss's mask, and then stand in his face talking about why.
Now.
I'm going with him!
Now. Okay.
Against the grain. Let's do it.
All right.
Last match, Christopher Daniels against AJ Styles. I think it's going to be Christopher Daniels because he's going to announce that he's now with Immortal, baby. That's it. Immortal. Now what?
Yeah.
All right.
That would be huge, too.
Yeah, I see it coming. I think that's the way it is. All right. That's the information here we have for this week's TNA review. E. What's up with the 3 the hard way?
Okay. Starting off. Jack Evans. Was I lying? That's all I'm gonna say. Was I lying?
Good show. Good show.
The Triple A veteran. He's been all over the place. You see what he can do in the ring.
You've seen it. More to come. More to come. If he stays with TNA, which I pray he does, only gonna see more. It only gets better from there, folks.
Yeah.
Only gets better.
Yeah. This was him at like 3/4 speed, honestly.
Yeah. After that, what is it? 650 splash or
that was it. Yeah,
630 splash. 630 splash for crying out loud. Was sick.
It was kind of sick. Number 2, just the whole Destination X card. This looks like, on paper, this should be an awesome pay-per-view. I do not see a way that they can mess it. Unless a satellite gets hit by an asteroid.
Order it. If you don't order it, let's say you don't get the funds, because we're in hard times right now. Unified Wrestling will have the live coverage. Also, stay tuned for our special show following that pay-per-view. What else we got, Ian?
CM Punk. We heard that he got suspended and then he's back, but just until he goes away. I have a short attention span and long goodbyes.
Getting old, man. We're talking about CM Punk.
Obviously, we got to wait until the 17th to wrap
3 straight weeks of CM Punk here on Through the Hard Way or what?
Yes. Yeah, this is going to be the last one because,
No, it won't.
Just move it along.
We got the pay-per-view coming up. It has to be. All right. That's all the version we have for this week's edition of Tag Team TNA Review. Again, stay tuned for the pay-per-view special we will have and live coverage if you need to get that as well. For myself, Cesar Scorpio, the Invincible Vincent, thank you very much for watching. See you guys on Sunday.
Be good.